Let me ask you something. If you could live in one of the fastest growing, most in-demand suburbs in Texas with top-rated schools, resort-style amenities, and a sparkling new home that no one's lived in before, would you think it was possible under $600,000? Most people hear Frisco or Prosper or even McKinney and immediately think $1 million price tag. But here's the truth. There are still pockets where you can get in at a price that not only fits your budget, that could also build equity fast as these cities continue exploding in popularity. Today, I'm actually going to take you through 9 incredible new construction neighborhoods in McKinney, Prosper, Celina, and Frisco where you can make it happen. I'll show you what life is really like in each of these communities, from school ratings to commute times to what's coming down the pipeline that could just make your home's value jump in the next few years. And stick with me until the end, because I'm going to share the negotiating tactic that I've used with builders that has saved my clients tens of thousands of dollars without touching the sales price. Neighborhood number 1, Astor Park. This is in McKinney. Now, what I love about Astor Park is that it's one of the most sought after parts of the city, yet prices here still are around the mid 400s. You're only 7 minutes from downtown McKinney's historic square, where you've got wine bars, boutique, farm-to-table dining, and community events almost every weekend. Dallas is about a 30-minute drive, and you can be in Plano's corporate corridor in 20 minutes. It's zoned for McKinney, which is obviously a strong academic school, a great variety of extracurricular programs. Many of the elementaries and middle schools have A and B ratings. Most are going to have A. And the district overall has a solid statewide reputation. The community itself is master planned. It's got parks, multi-purpose trails, green spaces throughout. But because it's still building out, you're buying into an area that's going to look even better in a few years. And speaking of the future, just south of here is the Painted Tree mega development, and it's bringing thousands of new homes, retail, recreation space, walking trails, which is definitely going to increase the value that I feel in Astor Park. So the trade-off is some lots could be on the smaller side and certain amenities may still be under construction, but for Central McKinney at this price, it's really rare to find. Okay, now we're here at Astor Park, and I wanted to show you MI Homes again here, and you can see Shattuck's building here, Highland, Toll Brothers. I'm trying to show you guys how you can get into these new constructions under 600. And MI, they start in the mid 400s and go up from there. And remember, I've told you guys that that base price is typically never what it's going to end up at, because you still have to get your lot and all the design. But if you guys really pay attention to the design, you can still get in under 600. So I wanted to kind of show you what this type of build out looks like. And you do have that secondary bedroom down. Now this one does not have an ensuite. It's over here. So a bit less private, but at least you still have it, okay? And this would be normally the garage. I've told you guys that as long as they're selling out of a home, the garage is gonna be their offices. So let me show you. You have, this is gonna be more than likely your dining room. If you need it as an office, you could use it as an office, and then you've got your laundry over here. You have that same under the stairs storage, AKA your tornado room. And this is beautiful. I mean, look at the vaulted, huge 2-story ceilings. You've got, gosh, the greatest view out there because of this lot. But, and all this is gonna be upgrades. All that woodwork is upgrades. So if you kind of keep your eye on what you're upgrading to, you're gonna be able to get in for a better price. And then you've got your butler's pantry again that would go into your dining room. And then your pantry. People just came in, so it's gonna get loud. All right, so you've got a great breakfast nook with corner windows. And then again, this lot isn't going to be normal because this is the model home, but it kind of shows you what surrounds Astor Park is it's green belt and kind of forest that's not going to be built on. So there is a little bit of privacy there. All right, let's go to the primary bedroom. And again, this is a 6 to 8 month build. If you do want to get into that lower price point, their spec homes right now are higher in price. They're in the 600s and up. But again, if you built from the ground up, you can get into the mid 400s and stay under $600 if you just watch your design choices. So you've got a great primary bedroom, and then your double vanity primary bath, stand-up shower and soaking tub, and then you've got 2 closets. That's really great. You've got a his and a hers, and there's so much space, so that's really nice. All right, let me go show you guys what's upstairs. And just to reiterate, a lot of this is upgrades, so make sure you remember that as I'm walking y'all through, that if you're on a budget, you need to mind those design choices. Plus, it's cheaper to get some of this done after you move in, because builders are always going to charge you the most for upgrades. I've got a whole list of people I can refer to you if you want to do upgrades after you move in. So here's your game room. Those chairs are super fun. And this has the split bedrooms like the other MI. And depending on where you are in the video, this is your half bath. This is your media room. Super cute. Oh, it's not split bedrooms because that's a media room, not a bedroom. Sorry about that. All right, your bedrooms are over here. So you've got this huge bedroom, and this is the bathroom with 2 sinks. That's nice if you're gonna share a bathroom. And then you've got this bedroom. So this is a 4 bedroom, 2 up, 2 down. Not bad for staying under 600. Okay, now if you're looking for something truly budget friendly, East Ridge in South McKinney might be your best bet. We're talking starting prices in the high 300s. Yes, for a new construction home. You're only about 12 minutes from downtown McKinney, about 40 to 45 minutes to downtown Dallas. You've got really easy access to 75, even though I can't stand 75 because of the traffic, but still it's there. Schools here are also in McKinney ISD, and while this part of the district doesn't always score as high as Central McKinney on state rankings, the schools are still really solid and you're getting an incredible bang for your buck. East Ridge is more straightforward when it comes to amenities. Think community parks, open green spaces, walking paths. You're not paying for over-the-top resort style features here, but that's part of how the builders keep pricing low. It's a great entry point. What's exciting is what's happening nearby. The Craig Ranch expansion and new corporate offices popping up along the Sam Rayburn Tollway 121 are bringing jobs and amenities closer, which could be a big boost for home value over time. If you want a new single-family home at a price that almost doesn't exist anymore in Collin County, this is one of the few places left. Okay, so now I'm up in Northeast McKinney. So it is definitely super well established. You guys can see the background. And I'm at Meritage again. I was gonna show you guys Trophy, but they have a sticker on the front that says they are out today and it's closed. So I'm gonna take you into the 2-story model on Meritage. And remember, right now, as the date of this video, so make sure you look, they're offering a 4.99% interest rate. That's pretty great. And it comes with a refrigerator, washer, dryer, gutters, irrigation, all the things that you would need. So I want to kind of show you what you would be getting. This is a little over 2,000 square feet, 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-story. It is on a 40-foot lot, so it's a little bit smaller lot, but this is gonna start around $350,000. And they do have a 1-story, 4 bedroom, 3 bath, same square footage on a 50-foot lot. So if you wanted a bigger lot, you could get it. But I wanted to show you what this looks like. So let's move into, we've got a half bath here, which is nice. And it does look a little more slender because it is on a 40-foot lot, but it's still really cute. Getting a 2-story, almost 2,100 square feet house, 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath for $350,000 with everything included. I think that's pretty legit. And you still have a pretty good backyard back there. All right, let's move into the primary bedroom. Gosh, that's a king and you still have lots of room. So that's a good size. And then of course, we've got the stand-up shower, the double sinks, and a really big walk-in closet, which is nice. Light and bright, which is always inviting. And then let's go see, let's look at the laundry room. This is so cute. You've got a gas stovetop, got great cabinetry. This is the pantry. So that's a good size. Ugh, there we go. That took some strength. And then remember, the washer and dryer comes with it. You can't beat that. A 4.9% interest rate right now with where interest rates are, $350,000 with all of that included. Geez Louise, and you're in McKinney with McKinney ISD, and all this area is growing. So it's not like you're, you know, out in the sticks, because you're not. All right, great big game room. All right, and then I showed this to you in Simpson Crossing that they have the spray in, which is gonna help your energy bill a lot. You got that little nook over there, and then you've got 3 bedrooms here with the shared bath. Good sizes. Bathroom, good size. And then this, I like the Pac-Man. And then this one. So if you're needing the game room space, a 1-story is good too. The 1-story had an extra bathroom. A huge house, lots of bedrooms, lots of bathrooms for under $450,000. 4.99, washer, dryer, refrigerator, gutter, sprinkler system. It's just a really good, legit offer. So if that is something that you are looking for, let us know, because we can help get you in. Okay, next up is Simpson Crossing. It's near Central McKinney. Homes here start around $350,000, and you're about 10 minutes from downtown McKinney with about a 35 to 40-minute commute to Dallas. The location is going to give you really quick access to both Highway 380 and 75. It makes it really easy to reach other parts of the metroplex. The community offers neighborhood parks and a pool, pavilion. It's going to be built out completely soon. I don't know if it's completely built yet. And then of course you've got McKinney ISD. One thing to note is Highway 380 is undergoing some major transformation. It's going to be a 6-lane corridor and a ton of mixed-use development, dining, retail. It's all on the way. That's going to really change the landscape and potentially property values. And I think it's going to impact it in a really big way. The downsize is you do have some smaller lots, ongoing construction noise. 380 can sometimes be a nightmare because they are doing construction. But if you can handle that, you're getting in before this area really sees a major jump. Guys, I'm here in Simpson Crossing, and everything they have is under 500,000, not just 600,000, but it's under 500,000. So Meritage is a little different in the fact that you don't go to the design center, you don't pick out everything, it's picked for you, but you get to choose which house you want. And so I'm gonna take you in and show you a little bit about what they've got going on and just what it all looks like. So we are starting here, okay? And then you have the front bedroom, like so many of them do. You have the bathroom that these 2 bedrooms are going to share. And here's the second one. Really great sized rooms for the amount of money you're spending. And so this would normally be your garage door. It's sealed up right now because remember, their offices are right there until they're done. And this would be your mud area. All right, as we keep going, if you turn here, you're going to have a really great sized utility room. And just to let you guys know, Meritage includes the washer and dryer, it includes the refrigerator, it includes all the blinds throughout the whole house, all the gutters, and the sprinkler system already in the cost of the home. So you literally move in, your home is move-in ready once you buy it. You don't even have to go get appliances. So you have a great utility room. You have another bedroom here. So this is gonna be and this is a 1-story, by the way. So this is the 3rd bedroom. And it's got its own private ensuite. All right, let's go see this dining room and kitchen. So this is the dining room. You could make it into an office if you wanted to. And they show you up there that they do spray foam, which is super energy efficient and a really great thing to have. All right, and then we've got the kitchen and living room breakfast nook combo. So you've got great cabinetry, you've got the island, you've got the breakfast nook over there, and the living. And then we go to the primary bedroom, which is really nice size. All right. Again, to fit all this in a 1-story, that's 4 bedrooms. All right. 3 full baths. So you've got your walk-in shower, and then of course you've got your really good size closet, water closet, and then linen. So if you're looking to stay under the 500,000 mark and still get new construction, and this area is booming out here. So you will get to downtown McKinney in about 15 minutes, maybe 10. You're looking at a good 45 minutes to the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. So just know that going into it. We're out by Princeton, but it is McKinney ISD, which is highly rated. And again, they include everything. So if you're gonna get the biggest house they offer, which is like 3,000 square feet, and you're still looking at the most you'll spend is like $486,000. So that's pretty crazy. And that one is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. It's 3,600 square feet. So you can get way more bang for your buck out here. And again, it's still McKinney. It's just on the other side of McKinney. So I've already told you other things about it, but I wanted y'all to see, and Brightland is building out here as well. But I wanted you to kind of see what it looked like, what you get for this price point. So we're looking at 1-stories are anywhere from $315,000 all the way up to $400,000. And then of course, your 2-stories are anywhere from $340,000 up to that $486,000. They have walking trails and green space. They have a kids splash pad. They have a resort style pool and a playground, and all of that just opened. It's all brand new. So I wanted to show you. Okay, now if you've been paying attention to North Texas real estate, you've probably heard of Painted Tree. It's one of my favorite. Again, it's a large master plan community, and it's one of the largest in the metroplex. It's already making waves. Prices are going to start in the mid 400s and go up all the way to the millions. But the lifestyle here is really something else. We're talking miles of hiking and biking trails, park, playgrounds. There's going to be a community center and even a lake where you can go paddleboarding, kayaking, catch and release pond. It's located in East McKinney, about 8 minutes from downtown. I would say 30 to 40 minutes from Dallas. Again, McKinney ISD. They have A ratings around that area. There's also a multi-year build out that's going to bring high-end retail, dining, and recreational facilities right into the neighborhood. The cap, it's on the higher end of our $600,000 cap. And some homes are going to back to developing roads, so pay attention. But you're buying into a destination community that will only get more desirable as it matures. It's amazing. Okay, let's head up to Prosper, that Prosper Celina border. We've got Liliana. This neighborhood starts in the mid 400s, and it offers a lakeside kind of resort style feel. You're about 15 minutes to downtown Prosper, 20 minutes to Frisco's new Fields West, and about 45 minutes from Dallas. So it is a little bit of a bigger drive. Here's one of the big selling points. It's the school. Depending on your lot, you could be zoned for Prosper ISD or Celina, both of which are really high performing districts. I mean, Prosper in and of itself ranks at top 5% of all Texas school districts. Amenities are going to include a resort style pool, sports courts, lakeside recreation, and of course nearby you've got the Gates of Prosper retail. It's still expanding, and Celina's new business park developments are bringing in so many jobs and a ton of infrastructure. The main con is pricing can climb pretty quickly, so we can get to the 5s and the 600s if you go heavy on upgrades. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys what MI looks like out in Liliana. It's a beautiful neighborhood, but I've already told you a little bit about it, but I wanted to actually show you one of the models so you can kind of see the build out. So let's go inside. All right, so you first walk in and you've got your office area. It's an open office. And I love how they've laid the floor herringbone. This is actually tile floor. So if that matters to you, the durability is different. And then they do have that secondary down, like I've told you guys so much about. And it has its own private ensuite bathroom with walk-in closet. And then It has a half bathroom here so that no one has to go into a bedroom. But this has a really cool open concept dining room, and you've got your butler's pantry back here. And then, of course, you have the closet under the stair storage. And remember, that's the area that if we get a tornado siren going off, that's where you're gonna wanna get. So I know I always point it out, and no, you don't have to be afraid of tornadoes, but it's not if we get them, it's when we get them. But because we get them every year, that doesn't mean that you're gonna get hit by one. I think I've said this in a billion of my videos. I've lived here for 50 years, almost 50 years, and I have never even been close to being in one. So statistically, it's pretty low, but I always like to point out that that's where you would go if one came near you. All right, so let's move forward. Here's the laundry. It's a nice big space. And then of course you've got your open kitchen, dining, breakfast nook essentially, and living. And look at the soaring ceilings. So this is a really pretty area. Without me making you guys dizzy. And then I did want to show the butler's pantry, which is this. And then they have a walk-in pantry. And so, you know, having all of that space matters. Let's go to the primary. All of these windows make for a great natural light. And then you've got the biggest primary bedroom ever. I mean, that's a king bed with 2 huge nightstands. And it's just a really, really great space. Lots of natural light, vaulted ceilings. And then you've got the primary bathroom, which is got 2 sinks, your soaking tub, and your stand-up shower. So just really great space. And then you've got your walk-in huge closet, which is always nice to have. All right, let's go see what the upstairs looks like. All right, so as we get up the stairs, you see that there's a landing game room, and you've got the 2nd story windows, which is nice. You have just great vaulted ceilings. It's beautiful up here. And then there is an additional media room. It's long and cozy. And then we have split bedrooms. So over here, you're going to have a bathroom that guests can use, and the person staying in this room can use. Has a room for a bed and a desk, so that tells you how big it is. And then let's go over here to the other side of the split bedroom layout. And you've got a huge room with a huge walk-in closet. And then of course, an equally large bathroom. So you're gonna get really great room for your money out here. And Liliana, again, is Prosper ISD. It's new builds. There are several builders here. MI Homes tends to have the best pricing per square foot. So you can ask me more questions if that's something that you desire. Okay, Mosaic in South Celina offers a more affordable entry point into the booming market with homes starting in the 500,000s. You're about 10 minutes to downtown Celina, 15 minutes to Prosper, and 20 to 25 to Frisco. Dallas is a larger commute. It's 45 minutes to an hour, but you're trading drive time for value and space. Most of Mosaic is in Prosper ISD, which is a huge draw for families. The community offers parks, trails, a mix of single family homes and townhomes. Celina itself is actually in hyper growth mode. It's got schools, large municipal districts, and even tons of retail breaking ground, tons of subdivision. One thing to be aware of, if you're looking at a townhome here, you're gonna have to really pay attention to the HOA rules and the fees, depending on if it's gonna fit your lifestyle. We are at Highland on the 40-foot lots. These are gonna be in the high 500s, but I wanted to show you guys the difference in size so that you kind of know what you're getting on that lower end of mosaic. So let's go in, and you're gonna see that it's just slightly thinner because it's a 40-foot lot versus a 70-foot lot. So as you can see, it's got a beautiful layout, beautiful build out, but it's just thinner. Like from wall to wall, it's not as wide, but you still have your dining, a great little kitchen with lots of cabinetry, lots of storage, and your living room. And so this is a great little starter home if you want to get into Mosaic and Prosper schools for that high 500s. And of course, it depends on your build out and the design choices. That's the laundry. This is your primary, and it's beautiful. It's got the wood on the ceilings. Again, that's an upgrade, but it is a very large primary room. Let me remind you guys about house hacking. So this may not be your dream house, and being on a 40-foot lot may not be your dream, but what you can do in an up and coming development area is you can buy something that fits your price range, like the high 500s. Live in it 5 years. Let the equity grow up around you as the neighborhood finishes out and Celina grows. Then take that equity, use it as your down payment for your dream home. What's cool about that is you didn't actually earn those dollars. You didn't have to go to work every day and save up in a savings account that money. It is naturally occurring equity. So it is a great house hack to know that it is a stepping stone. So again, you may not want to live on a 40-foot lot, but if you can get into Mosaic for the high 500s and living in this size home fits your family, it's a great way to eventually get into your dream home. So let's go back to the primary bedroom, primary bath. You've got your soaking tub, you've got your step down shower, you've got both your dual vanity, and then you do have a great walk-in closet. So now you do have a secondary bedroom down with its own bathroom. And again, it's got the step down, which is easy for maybe aging parents, somebody that doesn't want to step over a tub to get into the shower. And then anyone in this room doesn't have to climb the stairs, which is always really nice for anyone coming to visit. All right, let's go upstairs. And you can see the backyard. It's not huge, but it's big enough for pets and, you know, kiddos to play. And here is going to be your garage, but right now it's their offices, the sales people. And up here, we're going to come up on a landing, which is cozy and nice, and it overlooks the living. And then you do have a media room, which is really nice to have, so your kiddos can be watching or playing video games and not disturbing you downstairs. And then we're gonna walk down this hallway, and this also looks over, which is nice. You've got this bedroom, which is a really good size. This bathroom is shared, and one thing that's really great is it does have the double vanities or the double sinks, but it does have this door right here. And so if somebody's taking a shower or going to the bathroom, somebody else can still be here getting ready. So I really like that. And then you've got a really cute, great sized room here with the vaulted ceilings. So it is a great option if you want to get into Mosaic at a lower price point and then use your equity long-term to potentially get your dream home. Number 7, Dominion at Brook Hollow is in South Prosper, starting in the mid to low 500s. You're just 8 minutes from downtown Prosper, okay? 20 minutes from Frisco and about 45 minutes to Dallas. It's a quiet, more upscale community with greenbelt views and pocket park, but without the crowds of a huge master planned community. You're going to get Prosper ISD, which is top rated. I've already said that. The location puts you really close to the PGA headquarters and the future Fields West mixed use development, which I talk about in so many of my videos. And those are two massive projects that could really drive property values in the next coming years. The real con is you don't have many on-site amenities compared to larger communities. But for people who really value peace, privacy, and price tag, that's a plus. That was a lot of peace I just said. All right, so now I'm here at the Dominion at Brook Hollow, and I want you guys to see, let me walk out here on this huge retaining wall without falling. There's not a whole lot out here, okay? And so there will be, look at all the trees behind me. So we're here at Landon and he is building the whole neighborhood out. You guys know that Landon's a huge builder here. And I just wanted to show you guys, I'm gonna go in. Now, the one thing about the series here that's 600 or below is the garages. There's 2 garages, you know, they're single family homes, but the garage attaches. It's just one wall. It's a 2-hour fire rated wall. So it's actually better than, you know, not having it, but the houses don't touch each other, just the garage. So I wanted y'all to be clear with that, but you are getting a really great space for under 600. So let's go inside. So we do start off with the secondary down here with a walk-in closet, and then it's got a bathroom with a stand-up shower. It's not an ensuite, so you don't have that privacy, but it's still nice to be there. And then we come around the corner here and it's the primary. So your primary's up front, which is great. You've got great windows, tall ceilings, lots of room in here. And then of course you have your double sink vanity, large walk-in closet, your soaking tub and your stand-up shower. And then you have your open, kind of entertainment, family-oriented space with your kitchen. You're gonna have your table right here and then your living room. And your living room's 2 stories tall. So you do have lots of natural light there. And it's just a really great space. You know, if you're making dinner and your kiddos are doing their homework at the table or watching some TV, you guys can all interact. Or if you have friends over for a glass of wine, you have the laundry here. And again, this is the garage, which is their sales office for right now. So let's go upstairs. So your game room is really big and overlooks your living room. So if you need to yell at the kids, they'll be able to hear you. And you've got great windows. And then your bedrooms are over here. You do have your bathroom here for guests, if you have friends or kiddos over from the neighborhood. And then you've got a really great size room. Super cute with the sunshine. And then over here, you have another sunshiny room with a walk-in closet. And then this is a really big room, almost a second master. This is a really big room, almost a second primary. And let me show you from this side because it is rather large with a huge walk-in closet. And then you've got the bathroom here with your potty over here, and that's a linen closet. So kind of shows you what you can get for under 600 here at the Dominion and how well it's thought out. So I just think it's better to actually see it than to just see pictures. Neighborhood number 8 is Hazelwood. I talk a lot about Hazelwood in my Frisco videos. What I love about Hazelwood is that it's tucked into a growing part of North Frisco right off the 380 corridor. That means you're minutes from new retail restaurants and some of the most talked about future developments in all of North Dallas. If you've heard me rave about Prosper and Celina being the next Frisco, well, Hazelwood is right in the middle of that action. The townhomes here start in the mid 400s and you'll see floor plans ranging roughly anywhere from 1,500 to 2,300 square feet. They're really packed with smart layouts. So think open kitchens, oversized islands, tall ceilings, really a lot of natural light because you're also getting energy efficiency in construction, designer finishes, and communities with green spaces and amenities built in. That's what CB Jenny does. And let me just say this, Hazelwood is zoned to Frisco ISD, which is a huge win for resale and future future equity, because families are chasing the schools and investors know it. That means your money here doesn't just buy a home, it's really buys a long-term value. So you're about 10 to 12 minutes from Frisco Square. I would say roughly 40 minutes to Dallas. Schools are Frisco ISD, which I've already said is the highest rated district. Hazelwood comes with a pool, clubhouse, green space, and really easy access to dining and shopping. It's so close with 380 being right there. And here's where it gets interesting. It's near the upcoming Frisco Fields West megadevelopment and the PGA of America headquarters. Both of these projects are bringing national attention to this part of Frisco, which could mean serious appreciation for homeowners who are buying in now. Now, the lots are smaller, but in Frisco, location and schools is really what drives value, and Hazelwood absolutely delivers with this. Okay, now we're at CB Jenny. They are a well-reputable townhome builder, and these are beautiful, as you can see in the background. And they are anywhere from 1867 square feet, so almost 1900, all the way up to almost 2500 square feet. So that's like a really good sized home, but it's anywhere from 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and then of course 2-car garage. So I'm going to take you in this first one. They have several different exteriors or like plans. They have a transitional, modern, farmhouse, and colonial. And you're looking at anywhere from, gosh, the high 400s all the way up to right at 600. So those are some really great price points to get into Frisco. And remember that we are North Frisco right here. So all of that back there, you're getting really close to the PGA. So it's all through there. And so this whole area will go up in value once Fields West is here. And I'm going to show you guys one of my other videos. I'm going to put it in the middle so that you guys can see it on what I told you about Fields West and what that's going to bring to the community. So let's go inside so I can show you this little cute townhome. All right, so when you first walk in, you have your living and your kitchen, which is super open, light and bright. And then you have your dining, which is really great because a lot of times we don't see dining rooms with a lot of space. So you could have your entire family sitting there, and then you've got an office up front for all of the people that work from home or need the dedicated office. You have that choice, and it's got windows up there for the natural light. You do have the gas stove, which is really wonderful to have, but I love the front door. I love the windows and the high ceilings. You've got a walk-in pantry, which is really, really big. You have your half bath down, so really nobody has to go upstairs if you don't want them to. And then remember, this is all garage, rear entry garage that is their sales office for now. So let's go upstairs. So you have the game room just like over at Normandy with beautiful windows, lots of light and bright light. You've got your utility upstairs. All the bedrooms are up in this townhome. Look, you've got your 2 sinks for the shared bathroom. These are really great sized rooms, okay? And then these 2 bedrooms are going to share the bathroom I just showed you. And then walking across here to the primary, I can already see that I love the windows, and they've got a door for the balcony. Oh, I love that. This room is huge because that's a king bed with huge nightstands, and you still have all kinds of rooms for a desk and for chairs. Man, this is stunning. You've got your walk-in closet. Holy cow, look at that. Wow. You know your closet's big when you can have a couch inside of it. So here is the primary bathroom. You have your shower, which is really pretty. I love that it's got the light up there, but it's still very private. You've got all kinds of counter space. And then you've got your water closet that also has a window. So huge bathroom, huge primary. This is such a win for me. And then of course, you have the balcony, which I love spaces like this where you can sit on the balcony and drink your coffee. Okay, super cute. And then you have such a great view from up here. All of this will be houses at some point. And the front yard maintenance is included in the HOA, which is really nice, kind of that lock and leave. If any of you are wanting to do that. Remember, the airport's gonna probably be a full 30 minutes from here, but still, that's really close for a lock and leave. In Frisco, where your property value is gonna go up as soon as this neighborhood's done. They're in phase 1 and as soon as Fields West built. So this is an excellent place to buy. If you want more information, text me and I'll get it to you. Okay, neighborhood 9 is Villages on Main. It's also a CB townhome location, but this is one of the most affordable ways to get into Frisco right now. And these townhomes are going to start in the low 500,000s. And it's on the other side of the tollway. It's just 8 minutes from Toyota Stadium, Frisco Square, and about 30 minutes to Dallas. Frisco ISD, again, top 10% in the entire state. And because you're in a townhome, exterior maintenance is actually handled by the HOA. So that does give you kind of that low maintenance lifestyle in a high demand city. So it helps out a little bit. The big news here is Frisco's downtown, that Main Street revitalization project. It's a $70 million project. It's gonna add boutique shops, restaurants, cultural spaces. So the walkability factor is going to be huge for resale. The trade-off is you do have less yard space, but for a lot of buyers, the location and the convenience really makes up for that. All right, guys, I'm here at Villages on Main, and we have the most epic storm moving in. I don't know if you can see it or hear the thunder. So, I'm gonna try to hurry and show you guys, but you can do the house hack and live in a townhome as a starter home, let the equity build up, sell it, take your equity and buy your dream home. So let me show you inside. And this is obviously a corner lot. So you've got all the windows and all the natural light, but it's just a really great open concept. Lots of room. And right there is a half bath. And so the pantry's over here, but it's just a beautiful finish out. CB Jenny does such a great job on detail work. You've got your pantry, and then this would be the garage if their salespeople weren't there. Half bath, and then you've got storage. And remember, what do I tell you guys about tornadoes? It's a great place to hide out. And this is the kind of weather that they bring. So we're gonna move through here and then I'm gonna get back home. But I wanna take you guys upstairs. Right now, it looks like the biggest one is 2,300 square feet. It's a pretty big place. It's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. It's at $568. That's already built. So I tell you guys all the time that you're gonna get the best deals off of inventory. All right, so I'm sure they can will and deal on this. And then the lowest one is $453.9. So $454, 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,900 square feet. But again, it's a great little build. You're right close to downtown, really close to what Fields West will be when it's built. This is the game room landing. This will be your laundry. And then here's your primary. It's huge, that's a king. Huge walk-in closet. I love when closets have windows. And then really great sized bathroom. Double vanities, linen closet, water closet, and walk-in shower. All right, let's keep moving on. You've got split bedrooms. The other 2 are over here, and good sizes, walk-in closets. All right. And then of course, this would be shared by the 2 bathrooms, but it's a really good size. All right, I'm gonna get out of this weather, but I wanted y'all to see firsthand what it looks like for the pricing that I'm telling you. So let's move on. So there you have it. 9 incredible neighborhoods where you can still find new construction under $600,000 in some of the hottest cities in North Texas. So whether you're drawn to Frisco's A+ schools, McKinney's historic charm, or Prosper's luxury growth, or even Celina's small town vibe with big potential, each of these communities offers a unique path to home ownership and equity growth. If you want a custom list of available homes in these neighborhoods, plus the builder incentives they're not advertising online, send me a message. I'll give you the insider access to deals before they hit the public sites. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss every single week we put up new videos where I'm taking you inside all of these homes, inside the builders' minds, and all the things to give you the first look.